I've just come back on to thank Lord Rothschild. Probably not watching this now. I've just come back on basically to thank Lord Rothschild for that, which was sent through the ether. You know, is Lord Rothschild there? I apologise, Lord. I only saw your message when I was after I clicked the button. I stormed off because I can't. Yeah, I'll be truthful with you. I won't lie. I stormed off because I can't be bothered talking to myself. But I've only come back on to say thank you to Lord Rothschild. You know, so that was it really. You get tired of talking to yourself, early. Thank you, Lordship. Like I said, I apologise. I'd already shot off and thought, fuck this shit. Or is it fuck this shit o'clock? Because nobody talks, do they? And then they wonder why I don't do live streams. They wonder why I fucked live streams off because no one interacts. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because every other live stream that I know of, people interact, but the audience I have, not all of them, but a big percentage of the audience is fucking retarded. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, not everybody. There's a core of intellect. But I think I don't know. Is that YouTube in general? Is that social media in general? I don't know. But I'll stay a little longer. I feel morally obliged to Lord Rothschild. Good evening, Baz. Hello, Martin Crossland. Are you well? That's the StreamYard link. All right, Teresa. Thank you. What other links can we put up? I can think of one. He drove the car on a flat tire to a pub in a village, and rather fortuitously, the landlord of the pub, he had no jack in his car, or wheel brace, is it called? I mean, I can't change a tire, so I'm not calling him. I tried to change a tire once, and I put the jack in the wrong place, and it went through the car. I had a Vauxhall Astra, and I had one of them jacks that expand in to a diamond shape, well, you know. And I put it in the wrong place. You meant put it in a place, hadn't you, where there's a metal plate. And I put it in the wrong place, and it went through the fucking body of the car. That was my only time of trying to change a wheel. I should carry that tyre weld with me, because I've not got a spare either. I wonder what Boothroyd's Korean lesbian girlfriend is doing this Christmas Eve. We don't hear from him now, which is not a bad thing, to be fair. I mean, I like the lad. I like the lad, but he's hell bent on becoming a caricature of himself. But yeah, he drove the car with a flat tire to a pub And the landlord rather kindly got him a jack and a wheel brace, and he changed the wheel, and he got his car's now running on what's known as a get me home tyre. You know them glorified fucking bike wheel tyres. What cars now don't even get a real spare tyre with a car. Somebody I know had an F-type Jag, and you didn't even get a spare tyre with it. They just give you a fucking tin of tyre weld. I should imagine Martin is up to no good. He kind of gave away what he was doing for a living last time. As people who do that kind of thing do. People who are involved in that kind of affair. Well, I can't say for sure. We had a good idea. People who are involved in that kind of world can't help but tell people what they're doing. Even if they don't do it verbally, they do it with all the clothes they wear and the money they throw about. I'm doing nothing tomorrow early. I'm meant to be going to somebody's house for my tea, but I'm too feral. I've been on my own too long, and it doesn't seem natural now to be around people. So I don't know. I don't know. I just want to get through it. I just want, it feels like there've been 2 Christmas Eves. I thought yesterday was Christmas Eve. And it just feels like there's been 2. I just want this. It's just. I just want done of it. Lord Rothschild, I have noticed that. What's your forecast for it? What is your forecast for Sol? Do you think Sol's a goer? A lot of people think we're talking about some footballer or something. Probably Martin. 29 people watching this shit. So yeah, I'm interested, Lord Rothschild, in your thoughts on Sol. You being a man in the know. Yeah. Solana. I'm thinking, Lord Rothschild. Oh, this is a bit early. Weren't we expecting a bull run around April at the next Bitcoin halving? Is there going to be a mammoth? Is there going to be a mammoth bull run around April? And I need your advice. I need your advice. Well, I don't need your advice, but theoretical, hypothetical advice. What would you sell Sol at? Just a thought. Hypothetical advice, and it's not financial advice from you. You know. Yeah, I'm surprised that things are picking up now, because I was thinking around the next Bitcoin halving in April, things might pick up. You know, but what would you sell Sol at? I don't know what it is at the moment. Is it 90? Is 90 quid a coin Sol, or a token, whatever it. No problem, your lordship. Well, I appreciate the I appreciate the donation. I've just worked out what you've sent. Thank you so much. 34 people watching this shit. Yeah, if you're just joining, I stormed off earlier. I'm somebody who's honest. I don't tell lies. I get frustrated sometimes when people aren't interacting, and I'm just here talking, and I'm talking to myself, and people are in this comment section having their own fucking conversations, and I'm just sat here like a daft cunt. Or as Deanology would say, sat here like a fucking prick. It would depend on BTC. I'll upload some when BTC touches 100k. When do you think Bitcoin will hit 100k, Lord Rothschild? Could you say, can you forecast that roughly, or is it still years away? I'm very interested because you're a man in the know. You could even be a real Rothschild. I don't know. You're very well, you do know your stuff. It intrigues me, to be honest, who you are. Because I would like to go for a brew with you and pick your brains and just, I like interesting people. No time for dickheads. And you were certainly not a dickhead, so. Yeah, I just get fed up with this when people don't interact. It's hard work and it's totally pointless. It's like, so are you thinking around April? Crypto has been dead for a long time. Have I put the link up? I put the StreamYard link up if anybody wants to jump on. Redding said he'd come on, but as usual, the useless cunters fucking let me down. Which is what he does. He'll be crying somewhere or hanging around a petrol station looking for young women to buy gas for, whose gas is free. I did enjoy John Bengal coming on last night. I enjoyed John Bengal coming on. What crypto do you have, Ailey? 35 people watching this Christmas shit. What crypto do you hold? Michael Brownless, how are you, sir? Would you like to jump on, Michael? Good evening, Clint Brook. So, Ailey, what crypto do you own? Are you at liberty to say? Watch your bag, as they say. How much sol have you got? I'll show you. All you do, Michael, is click on that link and it transports you into a world of magic and wonder. You click on that link, but as soon as you click on it, turn your YouTube off and you'll be transported into a world of a wonderland. Good evening, Debla. Are you well? Even my face looks orange, which I'm quite happy about, to be fair. I like orange. It's like a TARDIS. Yes, it is a fucking retardis. Yeah, anybody who likes me, who appreciates what I've done over the year, that's the donation link. You don't have to send anything, but thank you, N.A. Lord Rothschild, for good evening, Michael.
Good evening, James.
Turn your YouTube link off so it's only StreamYard open.
Hold on a sec, then. I think it is off.
Yeah, so it's just your StreamYard link what's open.
So is that this?
Yeah. How are you?
All right. Surprised I had to change my own tire today.
Well, I'm talking. I've spent all day with Michael, driving around, and we got a flat tire. Michael got a flat tire. He didn't have a spare tire, so we had to like drive with a flat tire to this pub. And the landlord so kindly went and got a jack and a wheel brace for Michael and changed the wheel, and that's the story. I'm sorry, there's no mad ending to it, but you don't want a fucking flat tire on. It's good job it wasn't tomorrow and you was halfway to your daughter's.
Correct.
What are you doing this evening?
I was watching a film then, and I seen you come live. So far,
I'm sorry, I've ruined your film. What film are you watching?
Rebel Moon, Rebel Moon.
I've heard about this. Is it shit?
It was all right. What I seen. Anthony Hopkins is in it.
Is that on Netflix? Or is it Fire Stick?
I just watch everything on that Music HQ, www.4.musichq. It's all free.
Is it free? That you don't have to pay for that.
You don't have to pay for it now.
So you don't pay for your Fire Stick business.
No, I watch it on me. Just watch it on the laptop.
So can you make it go on your telly if you have an HDMI cable?
Yeah, but as you can see, I'm not in the living room. I'm on my bed.
Have you got trousers on?
Well, that's for me to know, isn't it?
Well, there's some young ladies in this chat, Michael. I can't, we don't get names for ourselves.
Yeah, not after the video.
So, are you going back to Rebel Moon in a bit?
Oh yeah, I'm a boy. I'm a bringing the.
No, I'm not trying to fuck you off. I'm glad of the company because none of these jump on and talk to me anymore. It's like talking to my fucking self. You know what I mean? So any company will do. That sounds wrong, but I don't mean you'll do. You know what I mean? Thank you for my aftershave. Mike bought me some aftershave today. It's a copy of Fahrenheit. It's called Inferno. I've actually let's do an unbox. Let's unbox it. This is what all the rage now, isn't it? You do an unboxing video. Give these fucking board scrubbers some at watch. Not a warm in this ice. Funny this, Jimmy. This is my new present of Michael. It says Inferno. Can you see? It's a copy of Fahrenheit. Who makes Fahrenheit? Some fucking degenerate. This is my ticket to loads of women, I think, Michael.
How's it smell?
I can't even get a fucking packet. I'm fucking hell, it's my fucking cuticle off the cunt. What do you meant fucking do with this? Why can't it just fucking open like a proper fucking box? No. I don't know. I've slit all my fucking finger open with it. Like a magic.
It looks great, that. How's it smell?
Well,
your perfume bottle's got no nose.
I don't have much of a sense. I don't have. I'm going to smell like a fucking Hoover's handbag.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's not bad, actually.
Well, it's like, call me a scrubber. But
no, and the day, when I had money, I used to wear real Creed to go to the. I used to wear real Creed every day. Like Marilyn Monroe used to wear Chanel every day. You know, Marilyn Monroe used to wear Chanel in bed, and I used to wear Creed to go to School's Laundry. It was like £200 a bottle, that Creed, and it's made with whale sick. The best fragrances are made with whale sick. Did you know that?
Yeah, you find it on the beach, don't you? Washed up, and you'll get.
If you find a big lump of whale sick, it's worth a lot of money.
Worth more than gold.
Quite possibly. If you find some tramps sick in a bus stop, that's probably not worth anything. But whale sick,
good.
Whale sick. Well, thank you for being present, Michael. Inferno for the hot man in your life. Haley Burr says Mike looks like Ricky Tomlinson. I won't fucking stand for that, Mike. To be honest with you.
Yeah, there's worse things you can look like, isn't there?
When he has a shave, he looks like John Travolta. When he has a shave, look closely at his face. When he has a shave, he looks like John Travolta.
How come I can't see what anybody's writing?
If you go to the car, if you go to the right hand thing of your screen, does it not say like comments, private? Is it not?
Hold on a second. Accept all. Let me see. Chat. Comments.
Can you see anything?
I can, but I need to get back in the chat, don't I? I don't know what I've done here now. Fuck it. I'll get used to it. Let's have a look. Is that? No. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you still see me?
Yes. You've gone a bit dark, though.
I haven't even started.
Nice present to me. It's a thought that counts. Well, it is a nice present, Ailey, but I spent 20 quid on Mike and he's only spent a £5. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm joking. People what you got me.
Yeah, show people what I got you.
A malt love dildo.
Well, it's kind of it looks like a small dildo, but it's not. It could be used as a dildo, to be honest with you. Okay, see Mike's night. Mike's got two. Fucking hell. See that night there? I can't do it. See that night? Mike's got a big night in his flat. Can you see that? Yeah, show him what I bought you. It's a carnelian. It's a carnelian obelisk. Because Mike does a lot of black magic. He lives in the countryside and he's involved with like naked rituals and stuff. And the knight in the corner, he runs around with the knight's helmet on. Oh, with his helmet out.
I've got.
That's his other knight. He lives in the country in a stone barn, ladies. Any lady, any women who a bit of a catch, really. He lives in a converted barn with knights in it and a carnelian obelisk. And I live in a council house with Inferno. So top that.
And I don't pay more than a £5 for aftershave. That's probably why I'm in the bar.
It's fine. I like it. It's the only present I've got, to be fair. So I'm made up. It's the thought that counts. To be fair, you know what I mean. So you're going to.
I was just seeing what people were putting because I can't see what they're putting unless I get off.
There must be. Do you not click on comments? Is there like 4 things on the right hand side? Banners, private chat, delete. Oh, you there? Can you not get the words up, the comment section up? He's pressed the wrong button. Mike, I'll put the link in chat again in case you're there. I can't see this lasting long in the sense of, I think the smell. I have no sense of smell. Me, there's something wrong with me. I have a very limited sense of smell, unless it's a very strong smell. That doesn't mean that I personally stink because I can't smell myself because I have a bath every day. I have a shower every morning. And if I've been to the gym, I have a shower after. You see. Water doesn't smell. He's here again. Are you back?
I am. So I only saw the bloody chat once you come off it.
No, you should be able to see this chat. Anybody if anybody can help me, you should be able to see. I can. I'm sure you should be able to see the chat at the side of the this camera box. What the fuck it's called?
So do you know? I don't even know what to press to get chucked off.
You must have pressed.
See, it says no. Do you know what? Come off that. I reckon when I pressed join the chat, it fucking cut me off. Sorry, it cut me off.
I'm not quite sure what you've done, to be fair.
Let me. It's a bit dark here. Hold on.
Right at the bottom of your screen, does it say leave studio, invite, present?
No, because but do you know what? I'm on my iPad. I'm not on my computer, am I? So I should next time I come to join you, I'll use my laptop.
Well, you should be able to see all this on your. I'm sure you should be able to see all these kind of things on your iPad. To be fair.
Well,
I think I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't make the rules. Either.
Yeah. I'm just trying different things.
Ailey Barr says you can do it on an iPad. I bet you can, Ailey.
It is what it is. Are you still here, Jim? Yeah, you're still here. Just quiet. So that turns my camera on and off. But
40 people watching. 40 people watching this shit. Tracy Nicklin asks, "How have you been, Mike?"
Oh, for fuck's sake! Am I still here?
No, you've gone black.
No. I don't. Hold on, set tabs. What's this? Right, chat. Am I back?
How are you making it go black like that?
I don't. Hitting it with a brick. Has it gone? I bet it's gone black again, hasn't it?
It has.
Now it's back.
No, you're all right. What button did you press?
there's a chat thing. There's a more thing. You press the more thing. Hold on. Comments. The comments comes on, but then I disappear.
You should be able to get a happy marriage of visuals and comments. Inferno for the hot guy. Love, passion, universal credit. Inferno for men. Available from Rajiv at the mini mart.
All the way from Lancaster, that, Jimmy.
It was, mate. Haley Bear says, turn your iPad.
Turn it as in. Well,
yeah, like that.
Hold on. Fuck.
"42 people watching this shit, sat in the shadows."
Right. How's that?
Yeah, it's acceptable. It works. Can you see any comments?
No, still can't see no comments. So, hold on. Comments. I can see them, but then I disappear. Fuck it. Dave, water doesn't smell. Exit.
Yeah, I can see you now, though. You're not disappearing.
But if I press join the chat. Oh, by the way, Tracy, I'm great.
Lord Rothschild says you're definitely not a Russian hacker.
Can you still see me?
So
I disappeared again then, didn't I? Ah, well. Worst things happen at sea, Jimmy.
No, I can see you. I can see you.
Yeah, but I can see the comments.
Put your comments on and let's just do it as a social experiment together. Together.
Hold on a sec then. Chat.
Yeah. If you want to donate to the channel, because you enjoy me abusing you, I know you all do. So can you see me?
I can, but it's like through the comments. I'd have thought, right, that I'd have your picture there, mine there, and then the comments below.
Yeah.
But the comments are in front of me. I can still see me and you, but it's like looking at a dead person.
Well, it has been said, to be honest with you.
There you have it.
I'm just trying to fuck it. I'm just trying to. Yeah, the problem with Christmas Eve is everything shuts, doesn't it?
Yeah, nowhere to get a fucking new tyre for 3 days now, is there?
You'll find somewhere.
Who picked this for me anyway? Was it you or Tracy?
What's that, Michael?
Who picked this? Why this?
Let me sort this thing out I have to do. I bought you that thing. Hang on. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. But
are you on about the spiritual device?
Correct.
Yes, of course, I just, as they say with the crystals, they say you should. I liked it really. It just looked good. Has it improved your life apart from the tire?
Well, I haven't had a visit from the police since I've had it.
Well, you've been talking to a woman anyway, so that's something. That might be. It might have drawn a woman into your life. I don't know.
Who knows what is good, Jimmy? Who knows what is bad?
It's a good story. That.
Tell them.
This story stuck with Michael many years ago. I think you did like this story, didn't you?
I love this story.
Okay, then here's a philosophical story for everybody. Well, it's Christmas Eve. This farmer has a horse, and he's a poor farmer, and he needs this horse to tend his lands and plough his fields and whatnot. And the horse bolts and runs away. The farmer's friend finds out and goes round to the farmers to console him. And all the farmer can say is, who knows what is good, who knows what is bad. The following day, the horse returns with a load of wild horses that it had befriended. Once again, the farmer's friend finds out and he comes round to congratulate the farmer. Once again, all the farmer has to say is, who knows what is good, who knows what is bad. The following day, the farmer's son tries to ride one of the wild horses. He's thrown off and it breaks his leg. Once again, the farmer's friend comes round to console him, and all the farmer can say is, who knows what is good, who knows what is bad. The following day, the army come round looking for able-bodied young men to fight in the war, but because the boy's leg's broken, they don't give him a second look. And that is your story. And the point of it is, the good things that happen to you in life don't necessarily have good consequences, and the bad things that happen to you don't necessarily have bad consequences. Everything is interlinked. It's all, yeah, there you go. That's a great story, and there's a lot of truth in it. Michael likes it. I read it in a book years ago, and it's one of them things that sticks with you. If you're that way inclined, if you're not spiritual, it doesn't mean fuck all to you. It's just a story about horses and fucking nosy farmers.
But it is true, isn't it? You can, like, people get diagnosed with diseases and stuff like that, and you think it's the end, but it's not.
And they get on pip. So it's like, who knows what, who knows what is good, who knows what is bad. You know what I mean? So it's there's bad things don't necessarily have bad outcomes, and good things.
If anybody's got any good examples of bad things that have happened to them, but good come of it, let us know.
Well, you could meet a woman and and you love her and all that, and she's everything, and then she turns out to be a cunt. Who knows what is...
Well, are you reading?
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying, exactly. You could meet a man. He's the man of your dreams. Complete fucking prick. It works a lot of ways.
I guess it does. I'm taking the price off this because you did say you'd left it on.
I'm sorry. Is it about 21 quid? I'm sorry.
It was about 21 quid, correct?
Sorry. I shouldn't tell people prices, and you shouldn't leave the price tag on, should you?
Look, I'm eating it now.
I got evicted. I was gutted. Now I got a brand new house with cheap rent. Who knows what is good? Who knows what is bad? Has anybody else got an example of something bad that happened to them, but it kind of led to good things? There you go. There's a topic for you. It says it's like fucking the Rights Show, or what's it called? This morning. Has anybody got an example of something bad what happened to them, and then it led to something good? There you go. They won't answer any of them. So Ailey Bear has a couple might do, but a lot of them will just fucking stare into fucking space.
I really wish I could get these comments to come on while I can see, but I have to keep going forwards and backwards. And I don't know whether... Let me see chat. No, it's a bit mad. I just have to... I can see people have left comments, but then I have to press the button to see. You'll just have to tell me what people have said, Jimmy.
So far, nobody said anything Martin Redding, are you coming on the live stream, or do you want to go and fuck yourself? Yeah, but we've no examples yet of anything other than Haley Barr got evicted and stuff. 38 people are watching this Christmas shit. Yeah, I'm just
going to. It could be worse.
No, it could be worse. It could be better. But David Jones, good evening. Sorry, David, I've not responded to your Facebook message yet. I will do. I've been Mike's today, and it's been bad service all day in Clitheroe in the hills and stuff. It's bad service. I was too yellow then. Fucking Simpson.
So I don't know which of the latest ones. The Tracy moved November. Was that early? You got sorted. That's right. Good. Is that from ages ago? Press it, Mike. It's like a TARDIS. What's like a TARDIS, and what we got to press, Tracy?
She meant, I think, this coming onto this live stream when you said, "How do I get on?" And I said it's a world of wonder, which I have evidently. Lord Rothschild, the only thing about a man that is a man is his mind. Everything else can find in a pig and a horse. A good quote by Nietzsche. What is it? What society has done to the wolf. No, what is that quote I found today? I stumbled across it the other day.
You put it on your Facebook earlier on.
Yeah, that's it. Society tames the wolf into a dog, and man is the most domesticated animal of all. I was talking about this last night when we had a good conversation. Yeah. David Jones was offered PIP but turned it down. 41 people watching this shit. Would anyone else like to come and join us while it's Christmas Eve, or do you all want to go and fuck yourselves? It's entirely up to you.
See, where have you seen all these comments? I can't fucking... Oh, right. So the ones at the bottom are the latest ones.
Yeah, I won't bother about the other ones where I've gone.
Right, I'm getting it. I can see when comments come on because they come up, so I'll just have to work it that way. So nothing.
This is the trouble I have, you see, because no one speaks. No one talks to me. It's like it's like a stirring competition. So, and I lose my rag because I think, why are you here? Why are you just here staring at me when you want to engage? It's weird. No, I think it's weird, or is it me just being? Is it me?
All I can say, it's a good job you're getting £10 per viewer, or it wouldn't be worth doing it.
So, you know what I mean? £10 a year.
You only get £10 if you like it.
Put your carnelian stick somewhere so it might draw in energy and viewers. You could do a suspicious picture holding that, couldn't you? Near your trouser area, and at least like you're holding a small penis.
It looked like I was holding a big penis.
Well, yeah. It's about 6 inches, isn't it? When people see the meaning of signs and symbols, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. I don't know what that's got to do with the price of fish, David, but fair play.
That's from the book of Revelation, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so. Sounds revelation-y.
Well, it's all simple.
Definitely sounds biblical. Here's a question for you. I was just going across the internet the other day. bearing in mind the religious upbringing a lot of people have had in that. I was looking about. Have you heard of Gilgamesh, the giant, the king?
Yeah,
stories of Gil. So,
speaking of Gilgamesh, Mike, this is Martin Redding.
All right, Martin.
All right there. Can you see me?
So,
are you in a fucking call, man?
Good evening.
Hello. Do I need my night vision goggles to see you, Martin?
Yeah, I need to put a light on, don't I? I put all the little side lights on. Hang on a moment.
So, this Gilgamesh, right, was basically a fucking. The stories about him now. Know when they found the books of the Bible in the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Okay.
But don't they reckon that the Catholic Church has taken books of the Bible out and they're in the Vatican vaults?
Well, wasn't the Book of Enoch removed from the Bible?
Well, there was I think 6 books saying being removed from the Bible. And you know all these people that live their life by the Bible, quotes and this, that, and the other. And I won't mention any kind of religions because everybody's religions is whatever to them. But basically, if these books have been taken out of the Bible, and also the Dead Sea Scrolls also mention Gilgamesh, which is like a mad story about a giant who befriends another. They make another giant to kill him because the people were scared of him. And he ends up becoming best mates with this other giant. And they go on quest and that. And then apparently he comes back a better person. And then he gets heartbroken when his mate gets killed.
I believe there was giants that used to live on this earth. They've found loads of massive skeletons, haven't they?
Well, see, so that goes with the Bible's narrative, doesn't it? Is it the Nephilim? Where the sons of...
Listen to this. My friend was a Jehovah's Witness, and he had loads of questions for the people when they had these study groups. He had loads of questions that were unanswered, and the people who ran the study groups couldn't answer from the Bible. Then he read the books of Zechariah Sitchin about the Anunnaki, the fallen angels, blah blah blah. And he said loads of things that was unanswered in the Bible was answered in them books that were kind of translated from Hebrew tablets. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've got to say on the matter. I don't know. I'm just saying. I believe though that we've been genetically engineered and dumbed down as a race to a slave race. And it's never more evident than now. That's my
so much we don't know, isn't there? I think there's so much we don't know.
Have you any thoughts, Martin?
Well, not really. I'm not too up on the extinct giant races. I did find it quite amusing to watch. I watched Noah, the film with Russell Crowe in it, a few weeks ago, and that had loads of these kind of stone giant people fighting off the
Watchers.
I'll just say something about that. That film has nothing to do with the Bible. But you see, do you believe that really happened? The flood in Noah? Does anybody believe that happened?
Well, you know what? All I'll say, it's kind of documented in loads of different kind of civilizations around the world.
But also, the Book of Gilgamesh also documents it like thousands of years before the biblical version of the flood. And then, you know, if the Bible was real, why can we like carbon date like bones of humans like thousands and thousands of years? I mean, if you believe in the Bible, we've been on Earth roughly 8,000 years at the most. That's if the Bible's genuine, we've only been on the planet 8,000 years. Is that right? Yeah.
Unless you count, like, you know, it's like when they say the Earth was created in, 7 days, but then there wasn't really a cyclical planet system then, so it's It's whether you take that as a day, meaning like a millennia or something, isn't it?
Well,
I think you have to.
Here's another question for you. On the first day when God made the planet and then he put the sun on the second day or whatever, if there was no sun, how can you call it a day? If there was no light and darkness and comparison, it is all figurative, isn't it?
Have you ever watched Zeitgeist the movie?
No, I've not. What's that about?
Well, basically, it says that the Bible and Jesus, it's a metaphor for the sun. That Jesus, God, is the sun, the light of the world, and everything that leads to it's actually the sun. It's sun worship. You know what I mean? Even a cross is like the middle point of a zodiac, which represents the sun. I'm not. But if you watch the film Zeitgeist the movie, it says that Jesus was a metaphor for the actual physical sun. You know, because
I think that's all bollocks.
Let there be light, the sun, the light of the world, blah blah blah, and other stuff as well.
So, I think it would be interesting to read the books of the Bible what religion don't want you to see, because apparently if you read them, it definitely doesn't fit into the narrative of what religions teach. But is religion a good or bad thing? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I've got neighbours across the road and they're into the church and that, and they do this. And I honestly believe they think what they believe is true. And does it make them better people? Well, probably it does. They've got something to fear. A lot of people,
or to hope for.
There's
not necessarily fear; it's hope.
Yeah, I suppose so. It could be.
Right. Okay. Question to both of you: do you believe in some other force, some other entity beyond these realms, or do you think?
Yes. I believe in the biblical God.
I believe that there is some. I believe in a creator. I believe in. I don't want to use a Freemasonic term. I believe in a grand architect of this dimension who exists in.
That sounds very Masonic, to be honest, Jim. That sounds very Masonic.
It's just an architect. There is an architect to all this. It's like if you went to a scrapyard and you laid all the parts of a BMW on the floor, and then up for a whirlwind and destroyed your curtains, and then came back 1,000 years later, there'd been all the parts would be on the floor. Everything on this planet, every living thing is so meticulously engineered. Our bodies are so meticulously engineered. It's not evil. They've not evolved. I don't think.
Yeah,
they have evolved. They've been fucking helped along the way. The strands of our DNA cut off, though, isn't there? The strands of our DNA, what's been switched off, and it's not linear. They've not been switched off in a linear fashion. It's like a bit of each, little bits of each strand has been like turned off in it, and you know we've been kind of made to be slaves, and we're still slaves.
Are we ever going to get to a point, right? You see, it's a bit mad. Are we ever going to get to a point where we will get so much genetically advanced that we'll be able to bring dead loved ones back with the memories as well? Yay? Nay?
It says that in the Bible, doesn't it?
Well, that's a biblical view, isn't it? But if there was a God, surely he'd stop humans becoming so advanced, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Why would he?
Well, here's the thing for you. The first thing in the Bible, that tree was the tree of knowledge. And the devil apparently said, you know what? If you want to be like God and know what good and bad is, eat from that tree of knowledge and then you'll be like God. And God said, no, you can't eat from that. And he got pissed off when he ate from it. I mean, if you believe in the Bible, the reason why kids get cancer is because Adam and Eve ate an apple.
Well, you know what? It goes back to Prometheus, and he stole the fire from the gods, and it's Lucifer. Lucifer stole the light, didn't he? And Lucifer gave truth and intelligence to man, Is this right, Michael? You just quote me if I'm wrong.
Well, I don't know.
Wasn't Lucy for the light bearer?
No, well, no. Originally, the devil was in charge. He was an important angel. It says in the Bible, he was like the main man. And then he decided to go, do you know what? I could run this better than him. So he was still meant to be like probably the second one in charge of Jesus. You know what I mean? And then he went, you know what? I could do a better job. And the reason why all this is to do with sovereignty, and God's got to say, well, okay, then you show me how you can run it. But it all sort of then, if God's omnipotent, he would have known this was going to happen. He would have known that was going to happen. So why did he? And it's just mind perplexes about shit like that, doesn't it? You can't.
The great plan and predestination and all that.
Exactly.
Do you know what though? Let me just say.
Yeah, I mean, not all Christians or Bible believers believe in like a set framework and the great plan and predestination, but they do believe that there will be a reckoning, and like Christ will come back to earth, you know, and he'll rule here, and then for a while, 1,000 years.
David Jones in the chat has put that the forbidden fruit was an orgasm. I'm not having that. Like,
it's rubbish.
Apparently, sprouts are quite hard to get hold of this Christmas as well. So.
Really?
I tell you what,
they had literally millions of them. Sprouts, difficult to get hold of. Like, Sainsbury's had like fucking buckets full of them. Like, they were giving them away at the end of the day. Like, here, do you want some sprouts?
Nothing. I was trying to be satirical.
He was.
You know,
but
that one passed me by.
What's your favourite thing about Christmas? Orgasms or sprouts? What should there be more of? Sitting at the Christmas table, sprouts are winning. And
well, there's neither in this. There's fucking neither in this house. To be fair.
Did you remember to get your mince pies, Jimmy? By the way,
I did. Yeah, I've got 3 boxes of mince pies in cupboard.
Oh, I never told you what. My sister rang me up, didn't I? She got the card.
Go on.
She rang up, right?
You want to explain to Martin do you want to explain this prank to Martin? What you did to your sister?
Right. So I never send Christmas cards, but I've sort of got one neighbour next door and a neighbour that lives across the road. And they've sent me cards, and I'm thinking, I'm going to look a right twat if I don't send them a card. And I don't send cards. So I sent them one, and then I had this big box full of cards still left, and I thought, what am I going to do with these? So I thought, I'll fucking send my sister one, but I won't put it off me. So I wrote on it, to John and Lisa, you shit shy dough fucking scum. I want you to get off your ass and do a bit of work and that. All the best, number 9. And I got him. I don't even live in Wigan anymore. And I got him to post it.
Very good. Very good.
Next minute, my sister rang me up, and it was about 5 minutes after he said mission complete. So they've obviously seen it.
I posted it.
So she went, where are you? I said, I'm at home. She said, have you been out? I went, no. And she's crying. I said, what's up? She said, we can't come. My daughter's having Christmas dinner tomorrow. She said, we can't come. We're not going to be able to come tomorrow. I said, why? She said, Eddie's being arrested. Her husband. Eddie's his nickname. I don't call him John. I said, what do you mean he's being arrested? She said, one of the neighbours has sent a card at number 9, and he's gone round and caused an argument. And I thought, and she was very believable, but the fact is, her husband's a shit house, and I know he wouldn't go round to anybody's house, would he, Jimmy? And I went,
no, so you know she tried to double. She knew it was from you, so she double bluffed you.
Yeah, but she did at first. I thought, brilliant. I'm not even. I didn't admit to doing it till I knew it was definitely joking. Fuck that. Them neighbours sending them.
Do you know the sickest prank me and Mike ever did, Martin, years ago?
I don't think it's the sickest.
As long as it doesn't involve goats or excrement, I'm okay with it.
Well, I said to Mike, why don't you tell everybody I've killed myself? So he started texting everybody that we knew that I were dead.
So we went, this girl had her hairdressers and we were walking past. I said, I'll go in and tell her. So I walked in and I was with another lad, like, I said, have you heard the news? She said, what? I said, Jimmy's killed himself. She went, oh my God, I knew he'd end up doing that. And she burst out crying and she shut her shop down. She went, I'm going to have to go home. And I'm like that. I said, do I tell her it's a joke now or do I said, no, we'll let her cool down a bit.
Do you know what though? Hasn't everybody secretly thought I'd like to fake my own death just to see who turns up at my funeral and hide in the cemetery by a tree or in a bush? Saying, look at that cunt there. I didn't think he'd come. Oh, she's not there.
That's why I'm having one of those, direct ones, because I just don't want, I'd be embarrassed even in the coffin when there's only like less than 10 people turn up, So I don't want any of that fuss. But you never know.
I'm not even telling anybody I'm dead, Jim. Fuck you.
But Jim is right. Everybody would like to do like a Reggie Perrin or something, and just like watch their own funeral. And
we've actually made Jimmy's funeral video already, haven't we, lad?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've made a funeral video after I'm dead. Mike's got it somewhere. Have you still got it?
I've still got it, mate.
Well, if you go before me, can I have one of that? Can I have that night behind you? Can I have that night behind you?
That sounds like one of those like Islamic martyr videos. Like you're sitting there with like a fucking turban on, and you've grown a beard, and you're telling everyone like why you've jumped in the canal.
Can't work out where the camera is on that, but yeah, there it is.
Tracy says, I've told my kids to chuck me in some woods. I don't need a funeral.
But yeah, you have to be dead first, Tracy.
Chuck me out of the bins. Put me out of the bins in a cup. Wrap me up in a couple of old bags and gaffer tape and put me out of the bins.
Just joining us on this Christmas Eve death special.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, don't watch those other crap doom-laden channels of people fucking rubbing themselves off on their sofas, like, going about their problems. If you want some proper doomster stuff, come here. We're already planning our funerals and New Year hasn't even started.
How are you, Martin? Are you having a good day?
I'm absolutely really done in, to be honest. I've been up early, walking the dogs, sipping sherry all day, and it's just like suddenly got to me. That's your fault, by the way. I've been I made some punch.
Do you know
I made some punch.
I went for a night out the other week, and I was introduced to brandy and coke, and it's quite a nice drink. I've never experienced brandy and coke before.
I was going to say they sound like porn stars.
Brandy and coke. Wow.
This is brandy and this is coke.
In another life.
I know. I used to look after these two. I used to look after two Labradors, like
Here we go.
Yeah. Chardonnay and Sauvignon. I called them Spurs and Chelsea.
If there's anybody from the RSPCA listening, carry on.
That wasn't a euphemism, by the way. The Labradors wasn't a euphemism. They actually were fucking Labradors.
What was I going to say? Mate? So Billiards Official has just followed me on Instagram. Dave Ellison says brandy and coke is my drink, tastes like caramel. David Jones, Christmas is all pagan worship, all to do with child sacrifice to Molech. You've been hoodwinked.
He's not far off the thing there, by the way.
I actually don't, David. If you look in my house, there is no tree. There's no Christmas decorations or anything, and there's no sacrificed children. You'll find.
We was going on about the Star of Bethlehem, weren't we? Because that was basically that in itself was the devil.
Yeah, the morning star.
Yeah.
Would you want to tell people if you don't know about what our discussion?
So this is all new to me. I literally believe in the Bible. So this is all new to me.
So, Michael,
the Star of Bethlehem. It was put up in the sky, so the astronomers would go to the king and say, "Where's this newborn king?" And that alerted the king that there was a baby born, and then he ordered all the male kids to be slaughtered. And
Herod
that was
Antipas.
because,
Herod. Was that Herod?
Herod Antipas. Herod Antipas, the son of Herod the Great.
Okay. Can anybody verify this, that we hang decorations on trees because Vikings used to hang magic mushrooms to dry on Christmas trees?
Now that would be a better idea.
It would actually. It would be a better Christmas, to be fair.
It would, yeah. Give Nan in the
and
corner.
ears.
Give her a bauble.
Well, wasn't actually Father Christmas a demon, a devil? It comes from some kind of.
It's like the Norwegian thing, isn't it?
Wasn't he a demon that stole children?
Yeah. So for a start, Santa is like a play on words with Satan in it. It was Coca-Cola.
Krampus. That's Krampus. It. Krampus was a demon that stole. David Jones, is that correct? Krampus was a demon that stole children and molested them.
Yeah, he's right.
You're ruining it all for me. You're ruining it all for me tonight. Basically, you're saying the Bible isn't true. Father Christmas is a nonce. Like, what is all this about? The fuck? Like, you've really.
You know, you sat with Martin Krampus with your hat on. Don't be upset. Don't get upset. It's only conjecture.
Have I disappeared, Jimmy?
Yeah, has Krampus got you?
Hold on. I'm back in the room. Right. Tomorrow we're having a go at Hanukkah. It's not just Christian religions we're having a go at.
Martin, it's all subjective, and you can believe what you want to believe, and none of it matters as long as you pull from it what you want to believe. You look quite upset there.
Well, I found it somewhat triggering, Jim, to say the least. Yeah.
We've upset Martin on Christmas Eve, telling him about the Father Christmas is a nonce.
Does he know Father Christmas? Does he the proper story of Father Christmas?
Let me say to David Jones, David, it's very informative, but I think you need to lighten the fuck up and perhaps hire an escort for one evening and just let your hair down. To be fair,
video it.
Yeah, video it for us because
David Jones would be very interested in this. It's non-alcoholic Guinness. It's actually quite nice.
Was it non-alcohol? I can't even fucking speak anymore.
Yeah. He doesn't drink, does he?
Was it non-alcohol?
Zero alcohol Guinness.
Was it
no? The sherry is like 17%, but this is zero. It's really nice.
Have you drunk all the sherry?
I have half a bottle left.
Well, I hope you're not upset about Krampus.
I am. More so about telling me that the Bible isn't real. I mean, what are you talking about? That.
David Jones, I don't let my hair down to Freemasonic pagan shite, Jimmy. Well, let me ask you, what do you let your hair down to, David? It's a genuine question. I'm not trying to be funny with you. If people are having fun, I don't want to I was a bit like that, ban Christmas and all that. But if it's bringing families together and people are having a good time, it can't be that much of a bad thing. I don't think so, anyway.
I tell you what, my sister has done this amazing thing. I'm staying here, and she's got a really good friend who's got a daughter in Norway, and she's got her two sons to kind of go somehow get to Norway from Southend to London, possibly on some kind of ferry, and they have driven through Europe via the tunnels. So they've gone to like France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Sweden to Norway in a car. In 2 days, and they've got them all together, in this picturesque kind of place. I think that's amazing. That's a proper, maybe once in a lifetime thing.
Why not? It's something good to do. David says they've twisted their reality. David, this may be true. You can't live your life being fucked over. You can't live your life thinking these things. It might be true, but you can't live your life pulling your hair out going, oh, the earth's flat and they're lying to us or whatever. You have to live and try and make the most of your life. We all know the world's a shit show and we're being lied to constantly and whatnot, but you can't live your life like that. It makes for a very unhappy existence. Knowing all that knowledge that you have isn't enriching your life any.
I also want to know.
No, isn't enrich? It doesn't. It's nice to know. It's interesting, but if it gets a hold of you, what good is it doing to you?
And who is the mysterious they all the time? It's like so if Christmas has nothing to do with the Bible, has nothing to do with like pagan festivals, it somehow goes back beyond 2,000 years. Actually, no one actually cares. Basically, modern Christmas was invented by the Germans and Charles Dickens. And it's become like a complete hodgepodge, a mixed match of all the different things: paganism, Christianity, everything all together. It's in this country, it's basically a chance to go mental for a few days and eat loads of food and drink too much sherry. Other country, I know when I was younger, it was far more of a kind of like, it was more of a church type thing and very, very spiritual and special and had a kind of special kind of feeling, which it doesn't seem to have anymore. I grant you that. But, I don't think we're being manipulated other than by capitalists trying to get us to buy loads of cat and shite and alcohol and, decorations. You don't have to go along with. Every year I say I'm not going to go along with this madness one more year. And even when I'm on my own, I end up going to shop and spending money on myself. It is mad, but I don't think I'm being manipulated by the great they.
I've been manipulated by the Illuminati to buy a big £10 box of Quality Street and three tubs of mince pies, 3 packets of mince pies.
Excellent.
I've been mind controlled.
Yes.
Into this reality of I've been eating a lot of mini cheddars while it's Christmas. They've inverted everything that's good. In other words, Mike's iPad's gone flat. Yeah, you know what?
I wondered where he'd gone to. I hope I hadn't scared him off or anything.
No, it's not you. Yeah, everybody with all this conspiracy stuff. Yeah, I get it, and I believe in a lot of it, but it's just going to fuck you up. You can all just sit there discussing fucking the Rothschilds and all that. And what fucking good is it going to do you? Just piss you off and depress you. And life is how it is. Life is how it is.
So this is the point. Before the internet, up until like 1994 or whatever, it's like nobody talked about these things. A few people might have said, "Oh, I'm not sure about with the JFK story is absolutely spot on. Not sure, maybe we did go to the moon, but those pictures looked a bit dodgy. They were obviously filmed somewhere else." All that kind of thing. That was about the extent of it. Now we have all of this knowledge. You can find out whatever you want, believe whatever you want, but we're no happier, So what if they've got aliens in Area 51 and they're reverse engineering things from the planet Zog, or they come from another dimension? So what? It's what people should be worried about is what's coming is the control of our lives via the financial and social credit system. Central bank, digital currencies, social credit, all that stuff.
Even that, Martin, we have to ask ourselves. We all know the future potentially is a fucking horrific Orwellian dystopian fucking shithole. But we have to live our lives for the moment, which is the hardest thing to do. I mean, you know what? Last night's live stream really helped me therapeutically. I was
me too.
I was really fucking wonky mentally last night. I was really wonky, and that in-depth conversation, the in-depth conversation with you, Will, and John Bengal.
It was Ian. It was Ian. I wasn't there. It was Ian.
Oh, sorry.
I spoke to you separately earlier, but it was Ian, and I thought it was very good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it helped me listening to it, to be honest, because I thought you were all kind of being very honest. It made me feel a little bit guilty about some of the things I said when I was, in jest or, had too many. And I thought that each of you expressed yourselves in your own ways and also explained yourselves in an honest way, where you were coming from. And it made me kind of reflect on a few things, to be honest. So that's a good thing. You want to go away not feeling that those people you've just listened to are, you don't like them, or you might not necessarily agree with everything, but you've taken it on board and it gives you something to think about.
Do you know what?
And,
is that not a key factor that we're missing and why mental health has gone down there? Look, free Palestine. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested.
I do.
Tonight? I'm not fucking interested in war. Right? I mean, Martin, let me. I'm just tying somebody eggs. I'm not interested in these bleating cunts going on about shit we all know, and it's pointless fucking regurgitating it. Right? Let me talk. Do you think one of the reasons that mental health is worse now is because we don't have, a lot of us don't have anyone to talk to in depth?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that we don't have that community of family, of different age groups that we can talk to, or friends. It's like they say that people didn't used to talk as much in the past, but what they did say, you kind of just knew somebody was on your side because you had that group, and now that's disappearing. And it's been taken over by the professionals who, I don't know about you, but I've found very few professionals. Like I've always felt worse after speaking to them.
Yeah.
Other than the people, this is a serious point, is other than when I was actually hospitalized, and the people there were excellent, like the crisis team and the people in hospital, excellent. But mental health, community psychiatric nurses, doctors, psychiatrists, GPs, no. And I also think that they've made this thing where, like, mental health is obviously it's something that everybody can suffer from at some time, but they've made it into, they've kind of, because they've widened the scope so much, it's like the people who are just literally genetically or environmentally combined have these issues, and it completely cripples your life, which is not to say it's an excuse, like you said, but it can completely cripple your life. Then you're kind of like increasingly being pushed to one side. And I still feel that I get the most benefit from talking to, like friends, people I know, or peers. Yeah, I don't know. It's, it just depends. It's different for everyone, isn't it? I don't have the answer.
Well, like in the old, there was no need for counsellors once, was there? I mean, you could go to your grandma or an older family member, and you could pour your heart out, and then you would leave theoretically with more perspective than before you came to them. And like in the olden days, you go to some fucking elder in your tribe or whatever, or someone there would be someone to talk to. And like I said, now it's somebody in a fucking rainbow-coloured T-shirt with fucking blue hair who you're telling your problems to, who's saying, well, you have to be very careful what you say to me, because if you say anything that I see deemed as offensive, I'll have to inform the appropriate authorities. So you're on the back foot anyway there. You know what I mean?
That wasn't my experience, Jim. I had a series of increasingly stern nurses from places like Ghana and Sierra Leone, and I kind of used to think to myself, well, fuck, you've probably worked hard to get here, and you're listening to to my kind of self-absorbed bullshit. And I used to feel guilty and start going into myself even more and just like run out of the room.
But that's what I mean. But Paul Webster's in the Bible.
Hang on, Jim.
The Bible and your gas is free is the only truth I have found in this realm of lies, Martin. God bless.
Have I missed much, Jimmy?
Martin's. We're just talking about mental health and what Could you two hold the fort while I go and make a cup of tea? I need a fucking drink.
I don't know about holding the fort, but
Yeah.
Well,
struggles I've just had to get my iPad back on again.
Your gas is free.
So will
I
won't have any of the comments now from before, will I?
Well, you don't need.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Just press somewhere it says chat, and then scroll it up and down. But I can't see them when it's when we're actually talking. I can't see them once you're on StreamYard. But you can sort of go between them.
So you're the same. Well, do you know what I could do now? I could actually, because I've got my laptop next to me, is just get on my laptop. And but I better turn my volume down. Let's see, does this work?
You're a technical whiz.
I look like I'm ignoring you when I'm looking at me thing, though, won't I?
Don't worry. Thing is, without my glasses, I can't see a thing. It's just like I'm staring into space.
Right.
No, seriously, it's like I've got really I can't read without glasses, but I can drive. It's like I've got that, I can read a number plate and drive, but I can't see to read or do anything without glasses.
Well, I'm kind of the same because I wear contact lenses.
All right, yeah.
But if I've got my contact lenses in, I can't read. So, but I can see things far away, so I have to drive. But if I want to see stuff like read, then I'm reading glasses. But if I take my contact lenses out, then I can read. But then I can't see things far away. Shit, getting old.
You're like me. You look totally different without your glasses. You look totally different. You're like me. It's really bad. I'm just falling apart.
Jimmy O'Neill. Things I've got to do to try and we'll be here soon. Right, here we are. So things I've got to do to try and that's a bit slow. We'll be here soon. Right, here we are. Can you hear that? Better turn that volume down. Right, so I've got it on my laptop, but it's about like 5 seconds, 10 seconds slower. And I can't see no chat on this now. So how do I get the bloody chat on?
See, Webster's got it right. The Bible and your gas is free. You know?
Here we go. So now I can see the chat, but it might be a few seconds too slow. Just talk like that. Bang on. Right, so let me see. Kids at school are learning about consent school. What's that? What's that about? Unless there's a course. Kids are learning about consent school. Life used to be simple. Everyone had specific roles. Now nobody really does.
That's true. Well, that is true though. When you're at school, your parents. It was like it was like learn a trade or go on and become a professional. That was the kind of things. Whereas now, it's like people don't want to learn how to do trades anymore, and even the professional jobs are going to become, non-existent in the future.
A lot of jobs are becoming non-existent. I'm a telecoms engineer, and I first started off, installing telephone systems, programming them up. That doesn't exist now because everything's all voice over IP. So you have to move forward.
Yeah. But that's still a good job, though. That's still a good job, telecoms engineer.
But you know what? I mostly just unplug stuff and plug it back in again. That literally is my job nowadays.
Well, that's kind of what happened when my broadband went the other week. That I phoned up and I got through to Ireland, and this really nice guy was saying it's some disturbance outside, and then the guy came in and he just kind of did what I'd already done, unplugged it, reset it, pressed the button, tightened up the socket, and then the next day he said it's fine. The next day was another guy outside, like at the junction box, because we've just had full fibre fitted and everything, and he was saying, "Oh no, the problem's outside here." And they've both been out there for so one guy was around for an hour, other guy outside all afternoon, and it's still exactly the same speed as it was before. but very fast.
Yeah, ideally, like in a sort of utopian world, what do we want? Do we all want to? I mean, do we all want to live on a desert island type scenario with a house next to the beach in the sun, and we don't have to go to work because everything's provided? We don't pay no water rates. Is that what we're all aiming for?
I would like a robot but I would like a robot butler.
Male or female?
A male butler. I'm really too old for like the female stuff anymore. So I'd like a robot butler. Really?
When you get in your 50s, you do lose interest in sex, don't you?
Jim, I'm leaving the 50s behind this next year.
Well, I'd end up getting a fucking cranky female robot that's even worse than proper cranky females. That's what
I think that if they introduce like female sex robots, I think that they gradually the AI in them would get clever and clever, and they'd just be like normal women after a while and start bossing you around.
Yeah, go like that. What are you after? What are you after? Bringing flowers and chocolate in.
Michael, turn your volume up, mate. You've gone quiet. Are you covering your mic, Mike?
Is this any different? I'm not.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
It might. I don't know. It might have been.
That's a very profound question. What do any of us actually want, really? What are we all yearning for?
I'm trying to think, right? So, say if you lived in utopia world, right? What a typical day is like, and it's not much difference from where I am now. And I'm not bragging. What I mean is, there's a little bit of work involved, but like you wake up, you'll only have a nice, beautiful view and fucking. And I'm not bragging, by the way. What I mean is, I'd be happy with just waking up, not having to go to work. You know.
Sorry, mate.
No, but I mean, like,
welcome to paradise. Welcome to paradise. Fantasy Island. The plane.
Put your hand. Do you know what? Like, of a morning, I've got this. And I used to. My next door neighbor used to have 2 chickens, and used to wake me up every morning. And they weren't like normal chickens, were they, Jimmy?
No, they were nice. There's a conspiracy that the CIA took the chickens out.
So every morning, like of a weekend, because these chickens, like if they know I'm in, they start squawking at my door. They get up and I'd throw in mealworms and that. And to me, that's bliss, just waking up for stuff like that. But a couple of weeks ago, bloody weasel killed them in the night. I was absolutely gutted.
Answer to Dave Ellison, AI won't be wiping my job out in 10 years. There'll be no AI invented to lie on the couch eating biscuits, I don't think. Nice to wake up in the morning thinking, yeah, it is a good feeling. Mike could do that if he wanted, but he doesn't.
Do what?
Wake up every morning, do what you want.
I can't. I have to go to work, don't I?
You don't have to. You've got a bad hip. You could get on the club.
Yeah, but then is the club going to pay the rent for my house or whatever? They're not, are they?
Yeah.
Then, well,
I just read Dave Ellison's comment. Robot. When you get home, says, "Where have you been?"
Yeah, I'd be my fucking robot. That one. What have you got in the cupboard? You shouldn't be looking there.
A robot going through your phone. A robot going through your phone. Removing women's numbers.
Have you been chatting to other bots? You been on Google? No, I haven't.
You're lying. I know you do. I can tell by your algorithm. And all that shit. But what do we
going to happen, isn't it? The more sophisticated.
You know what? Here again. Here everybody is again saying in 10 years' time, we're not. This all there is now. We might not make. Us three or one of us might not be alive in 10 years. So it was. I hate all. You can't forecast life going. You have to try and learn to live now, and it's so hard to do. I get that. And I find some days I have an handle on it, and some days I fucking don't. But we're either staring backwards at the past, or we're always like looking years ahead in future, and it just doesn't work. What that means? Where are you now? Where are we now? And then you got people saying, "Yeah, the Rothschilds, oh, flat Earth, oh, they're fucking us, they're destroying us." What was that?
I don't know. So Mike's the engineer. Mike's the engineer, and the guy who came round to my place last week, he was going on about like he was desperate for a conversation about the end of the world, and he was basically saying it's going to be a combination of like quantum computing, AI, and a mega hack, and it's all gonna. It said it's just going to happen within like possibly the next 10 years.
Let's face it, that's what all these big firms are fearing. They really are fearing that. And to me, like, it seems like AI could easily be used as a weapon. I mean, it's getting pretty good at. Has anybody used AI? Because I have, and it's fucking brilliant.
But this guy said to me, he wasn't so much going on about AI. He was basically saying quantum computing, where he said it would make everything the way the world runs now on like encryption up to 64 bits or 264, whatever it is. He said all of that would be wiped out. All that would be wiped out.
Everybody's overlooking one thing that AI has destroyed already.
Come.
Dating. No, all women's pictures are doctored, and it doesn't even look like the real photo. Men's, not just women. I should imagine men do it as well. Filtered the pictures. That's an AI thing, isn't it? Some fucking app. That's a start of it. And nothing's real anymore, is it? So, but never mind fucking Elon Musk and his Neuralink. You go to meet, if you was going to meet a woman, you go, she's amazing, she's beautiful, she's all that I want, and you get there, and
you're spoiling my date for me here, aren't you?
Yeah, no. It's AI. Blame Dave Ellison.
That's why I stick to the garage, Jim.
I think he's on the fucking payroll. I think Dave Ellison's on the brandy anyway, so fuck him. Just live your life, enjoy it. Stop fucking worrying. There's no point worrying about anything. You know what I mean?
No.
Ruth Martin's been too cake by AI, always there.
He's back again. Fucking the Daleks got him.
I'm trying to kind of I'm trying to go sort of not leave, but to put myself on hold whilst I get up. But I'm not sure. That's it. Is that it? Yeah.
Where you going?
Yeah.
You're just in there now, but
I'm just going to readjust my trousers. No, I just need to go and like just do a few things, you know.
Well,
I'm upstairs, Jim, in one of the ancillary rooms upstairs, not in the cupboard this evening. So
it's all this talk about AI women, in it? Bot women.
How does David?
It's got me into a fluster, Jim.
I want to ask David Ellison, how does he get his writing to come on the screen so big? Then on our
I did that. I do it. I'm the AI leader. I kind of pick the comment and see like that. I pick the comments, and I'm the AI god.
So
I'm not a god. God, I'm just a man. I was made in God's image.
So does that come up straight away for you?
Have you tried to only? See if I can do it now. I can make you. I can put your name in lights, Michael.
So timing is relative, and speed. My laptop is like 10 seconds slower than this. Right. But if I type on it, come up straight away.
Perhaps we're in different realities.
Well, what do you think about that? That there are different realities.
Well, the Mandela effect.
Well, I know this is a mad thing, and I'm, as you know, I am not any kind of mad drug taker, but I have been known to have the odd little go of ketamine, and that stuff messes with your mind. And when I've had that, I've kind of felt I've gone into seen all different realities, but in a kind of real way. It's like the stuff what I've imagined in Kettering, and it's like people go, God, yeah, that's happened when I was in that kettle and stuff. It's just, it's surreal.
Have you an example of this?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'd have to have done it closer to the time. I mean, I did actually meet God when I was on Kettering once. Now, obviously, I never, and it's all in your mind. But you're meeting some sort of omnipotent person.
Yeah.
And it's like,
was he proud of you? As he
do you know what? It was Michael Palin.
Right. Interesting.
So there you have it. But it might have been something to do with I was watching Michael Palin at the time, and I'd spilt a load of ketamine onto a tea towel, and rather than force it back into the bag, I thought I'll just sniff it all, and I was out for about 3 hours in a kettle.
There's nothing wrong with that. John Bengle's in. Oh, mate, it's John Bengle. Are you jumping on, John? John Bengle's very interesting, Michael. He's an urban explorer from down south.
Oh, excellent.
We once went looking around an old nut house somewhere. Where was that old nut house we went looking round? We've
been to some good places after. It was an hospital. It wasn't a nut house. It was in Stoke. That
is it still? Has it been knocked down? That.
Yeah, that doesn't even exist. That place now. It's a housing estate, but don't they have bad vibes about them? We was going on about this today when we went past that mental hospital today. Yeah, mental institutions from years ago just have that horribleness to them.
Absolutely. It's, everything's energy. Everything's energy in it. Then you can.
And if you remember, do you remember that hospital we went to, and we was in the X-ray room. The X-ray machine was still there.
We shouldn't have been going near that. But when you think about it,
did you hear that story about them lads that were in Brazil, and they opened up the X-ray machine and they got the active ingredient out of it? And basically, it was just like it would. To me and you, it would just look like, like when you see The Simpsons, and Homer drops that bottle and it's glowing. That's basically what's in an X-ray machine, all the active stuff. So they were just peasants, really. And they opened the X-ray and they thought, this must be worth a lot of money because it's glowing. And they took it into the village and they were handing it around to everybody, trying to say, who wants this? And I think they ended up killing about 50 people.
There was this fella in Scholes, and he had plutonium, and he had plutonium in his fucking flat. These spent rods he bought them from Israel. I ran out of his fucking house, me. I hope they won't give me cancer or something.
Well, what was he? Why did he have them?
Because he had a Geiger counter, and he's a fucking nutter. He's got my dad's old bungalow, and he's fucking mental. And he had all these fucking uranium rods and plutonium rods in his fucking flat just to make his Geiger counter go off.
But you could do that with fucking watches, couldn't you? The stuff what's in,
as soon as he told me, his dog had a tumour. His dog had a big tumour on it. I thought, fucking hell, no wonder you daft cunt. Fucking hell. I ran out to his fucking house, you dickhead. You fucking fool.
Do you not find like a lot of dogs nowadays they all get cancer pretty quickly? And I don't know whether it's because in our day, we used to just open the door. The dogs would all go meet up together in the road, chase cars up and down the street, do them white shit, come home for the tea. But now nobody, you can't take your dog out unless you've got a little plastic bag and pick its poo up and all that. And it takes all the fun out of that.
It's also like the kind of also the kind of absolute crap that's in a lot of the cheap foods as well.
Yeah, well.
some of it. Yeah,
you look so
I mean, dogs are omnivorous. They will pretty much eat like us. So my sister, she makes like a food for them, like, and she all vegetables and everything like that, and then we have some like just a small amount of like the biscuit kibble stuff that goes in with it. So it's all basically like homemade food, which is, you know, it takes a bit of extra time, but it's better than all that crap you get out of tins and stuff.
Do you know what? We're having a really joyous Christmas festive edition of the show. We're talking about dogs with cancer, everyone getting cancer.
Well, before I went downstairs, you were talking. I think you were talking about ketamine. It's not something I've ever taken or wish to, but I've read a lot about it because it was one of those drugs in like small amounts which they were trying out for like depression tests and everything. But one of my friends, I won't go into it, but Jim knows. I lost my best friend recently, and I've since discovered that he was quite into using it and stuff.
Into what
I've read about like how it can how it can affect your mind on like quite large doses and stuff. And it also, because he had so much like baggage in his life from being in the forces and PTSD and everything, and I'm sure it's not been a good thing for him. I'm as I've got older, become less and less enamored of drugs, and I'm not going to go on to full Davy Jones, but I only want the next thing I want to ditch is like booze.
Yeah, they're a waste of. I'm the same. Drugs are a waste of money, and so is booze, really. And we was going on about this like
exactly
20, 15 years ago, Jimmy. Me and you would have been trying our best to pull some beards in Wigan Town Centre now, wouldn't we? But
well, I used to go out with you, and everybody used to take it. Well, you've mentioned you take ketamine, and everybody used to take ecstasy. So I followed suit. And every week I'd have an ecstasy tablet. The first thing I'd do is run to the toilet and be sick. And then what I would do is what they call sledge, where you just sit in a chair like monged out and not feeling too good mentally. And that was my.
I always got on really well with that, Jim.
that was my night out with them all. They'd all be like off their heads on ease, dancing around, and I'd be sat in a chair thinking about life, philosophies, and. But like on the
with my hyperactivity and bipolar stuff, I used to get on really well with that. But even when I was totally normal, I used to go out places and I'd be the driver. In those days I didn't drink, and because I was so hyper, like I guarantee you, like people would come up to me all night saying, you know, like asking to buy pills off of me and they wouldn't believe it when I said I didn't have any and I wasn't on it or anything. They're just like, because I was just so manic.
Well, you know what? Was you a good dancer, Martin?
I don't know, because I was into this kind of psytrance stuff, you know.
Was you like Keith Flint from The Prodigy? Like the Hastings
it's not really. No, that was not really the commercial stuff. No.
Keith Skint.
Yeah, but I wasn't really into that sort of stuff. No, it's more.
Martin, we love you. We love you. You're amongst company.
Techno and psytrance was my bag.
Mike, why don't we go down and see Martin on an adventure one weekend?
Where
I'm not the same person though, Jim. I live in St Leonard's on Sea.
We don't want to go down there.
It's nice down there.
I live about 300 miles away from you people. You people.
You people. How dare you?
You people. Yeah. I live in it's St Leonard's on Sea is adjacent to Hastings. It's a bit like the home to Brighton.
So do you know what I like, which is quite close to you? I'm trying to think of its name. Dungeness. What a great place!
Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful there. My sister took me there for my birthday, and it's just amazing. It's brilliant. Absolutely.
it used to be the cheapest place for property, and it's actually
it's not anymore. It's the opposite now. It's all Airbnb. Really expensive.
It's like you've drove into a Wild West town because all the buildings are like made out of wood and stuff, aren't they? It's just really strange place. But I have noticed,
and they're decommissioning the nuclear power station.
Oh, are they? And
right next to it. Yeah, so
there seems to be a lot of immigrants landing in Dungeness all the time as well. It must be like, fuck it.
That's what we went. That's what we went down there for. We went down there with our sniper rifles, but they weren't in that day.
And you've got those big listening gears as well, haven't you? Which are near Dungeness, which I've never actually got. I want to go up to them. I'm into like my photography and drones and stuff like that. I would like.
Yeah, it's amazing there.
But after Jimmy, we'll have to go down there for the weekend one time.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Not as a gay couple or anything like that, just as friends.
It's St. Leonard's, Michael. It's all right. It's no one cares, do they? It's actually expected, isn't it? we look like gay Syrian asylum seekers, the pair of us.
We do on our video we made.
Yeah, they think you're a couple of nonces just released from Wakefield prison being relocated. To get quite a lot of those done here as well.
What about that fucking
Keith Pitchfork was sent down here.
Michael, allow me to introduce you to the one, the only, the John Bengal experience. And Martin, you know John, don't you?
Good evening,
hello,
John.
Mike.
Good evening, John.
Good evening.
All right,
how are you all right? Thanks, mate. You too.
John.
How's things? All right.
All the better that you've joined us. How's your Christmas Eve going, John?
Yeah, it's all right. Watching a bit of telly with the family. They've all gone to bed, so carry on now, don't I? Do what I want.
You've joined us in the tonight's subjects of cancer.
Have you got to pretend you're Father Christmas in the early hours of the morning now? Then.
Yeah, you know how it is. I'm gonna have to mug Father Christmas and get some presents, basically.
It's not a good day with this vape with ho ho fucking ho. Usual present.
So whereabouts from down south are you from then, John?
Essex.
Essex. So I stay in Essex I work in Harlow quite a lot.
John, I need to ask you a question. I watched it. Are you right? No, this place might not be near you, but I watched a documentary about a place called Jaywick.
Yeah, I know Jaywick.
Is that anywhere near you?
Yeah, it's fairly near to me. Not probably about an hour.
Is it as much of a hole as this documentary tried to make it? Is it a shithole, Jaywick?
They probably tied it up. Let's just say that, because it's a shithole. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like just full of like scumbags and just degenerates and?
Yeah. It used to be a really nice place years ago. You know, a seaside town, and then it turned into a shithole.
Just full of gossip.
What's the island in Essex where you have to like cross?
Canby Island.
Not Canby Island. It's
Oaksey Island.
No, it's not even that. I'm trying to think of it. And I went there about 3 years ago for one of my little drive arounds when I was working in London. So it's before
Canby, Oaksey. Don't know.
So if you're coming from Harlow and you're heading past, so you're going along the Thames estuary, so the left-hand side of it, I think.
Isle of Sheppey? No, not Sheppey. It's
Isle of Sheppey. Yeah, I think it's the Isle of Sheppey. I think that's it. That's rough, isn't it?
I've never been there personally. I've heard it's a little rough, but compared to what Jimmy was just talking about, it's nothing.
Is it? So
I did a gig once in Canby Island, and the weird thing was, it was in a hotel, and the green room where we were staying before we went on was a Freemasonic lodge. It was like the checker. I've actually videoed it, but I pulled it offline just in case I angered the Freemasons and stuff. I like people from Essex. What they remind me of is Scousers in a way, in the way that Scousers are full of life and people from Essex, where I found, was very buoyant and very you know what I mean, very very kind of full of life kind of thing, and I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. They seem to have a joie de vivre, as Martin perhaps would say.
Well, like happy-go-lucky, like do what you want.
That kind of a thing.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that around here. Some of them just stuck up.
I like that about them, you know. I would like to have gone to Essex for an event, a look round, a proper. I don't think I've actually had a proper look round in Essex. You know.
Well, there's a place where I stay in Harlow, and the guy he used to have a hotel, but it's more of it's called That Amazing Place. Actually, it's absolutely beautiful place, but he does wedding venues on it, and his son's a famous actor, and he's been in a few things. Harry Eden, but he's in I'm trying to think the stuff he's been in. Well, he's been on The Only Way Is Essex, but I don't watch The Only Way Is Essex. I mean, that's how everybody is in Essex.
No, I've never.
I think what they've done there is got the 5 thickest people they can find and then put them on That Only Way Is Essex. That's
fucking what too right.
Do you know who used to live in Harlow? John might know. And I think that Steve Harris from Iron Maiden used to live in Harlow. It's posh, isn't it, Harlow? Is it a money area?
It used to be, but it's like an overspill town from London, isn't it? You know, a bit like Skelmersdale is from Liverpool and stuff like that. And
it's not a money area.
No, not anymore.
It's not great now. I mean, it's got worse over the years, to be fair.
It's that bad, Jimmy. Harlow, they bought a load of factories and then turned them into accommodation because they haven't got houses for them. So people are living in factories, prefabbed houses. And when COVID hit it just went right because everybody was on top of each other. And they're building more factories to put houses in now there, which is I find a bit. They want everybody cooped up, don't they, in this planet? They want us all.
That's the new world order, isn't it? They want people in 5G controlled 15-minute cities that are all blocks of towers. Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
Well, what can we do, Michael? We'll all move to Jaywick. Let's just move to Jaywick.
I'm going to St. Leonard's. I'm going to St. Leonard's on Sea. It's nice. Ellie's got a nice view.
I think we should have a meeting.
Right.
I think we should have a journey where we'll go and visit Martin, pick Martin up, then go and see John.
Welcome, mate.
Is this true? You do a lot of urban exploring, John?
Yes.
Me and Jimmy used to go in some places but we're not. The last time we went doing any kind of an explore, and I jumped over it. Remember that quarry? And I jumped over the gate and done my hip in again. Fucking hell! I'm not 21 anymore.
I understand.
Sorry, John. Where is the most interesting place you've explored?
I've done loads. I think for me, Dover I love because it's got tunnels everywhere. I've been to Hastings. There's a few bits there as well, but Dover I love because it's on the sea, so you've got a nice, you can look out and have a look. See France if it's nice and clear, but just like all the World War II stuff is great, and you get to see stuff where you don't normally see. It's not open, but
have you ever been to Jersey?
No, never been to Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
Oh, I know what you're going to say next.
No. I was. What was I going to say?
That children's home.
Oh no, that was on about Urban Explorer. I'm not. You're on about Hort de la Grade, aren't you?
Was that like? Is that not an Urbex place, or is it still open for children?
It's still open, that place.
Oh,
So right, do you know the story? Do you know the story of the Hort de la Grade in Jersey? It was a children's home.
Jimmy Savile, wasn't it?
Was that all the nonsense?
Well, it was, but so it was even on the news, and I'm trying to think, there was a guy who was the chief of police in Jersey, and he was a good guy, one of the better people. And there was always rumours that, kids were going missing from there, and Jimmy Savile had been there and all stuff like that. And I think it was something, Lenny something his name was. But anyway, he decided to look into it. And he said, right, you know what? Let's go into the cellars and we'll see what we can find. So the first cellar they went into, they found like basically what they thought was like a skull, teeth, bones, tibulas, fibulas, and all that in the cellar. So then he got his guys to say, right, what is this? And go, yeah, that's a jawbone of a child, like so many years of age. And then the police from Great Britain came over, closed it all down, and they said, like, all that stuff you sent us, it wasn't a jawbone, it was a coconut shell, it was a stick, it was this, it was that. Concreted the cellar up, and nobody got done for that because it all went out the news. But when it was in the news, Jimmy Savile was mentioned, and Jimmy Savile turned around and said, "I've never even been there." Now, there was a boat at the time called was it the Morning Star, owned by
what was that boat called? It was at Morning Cloud.
It was the Morning Cloud or the Morning Star.
Ted Heath's
That's
boat.
Ted Heath's boat. Ted Heath.
And by the way, that boat got sank. But the story was going at kids would get taken from Hort de la Grade. It'd be Jimmy Savile would be involved, bringing them to Ted Heath. And because he was so famous, he went, well, you know, this, if you want, who's in that does the Pie and Mash films? His sister went missing, never to be seen again. Oh no, she killed herself. His brother went missing. They were all in the same home together. So his sister killed herself because of obviously the trauma she'd been put under. His brother went missing, allegedly on that boat. I mean, this is all allegations. That boat ended up getting sunk. So you're never going to get anything from that. And it's like, fuck me, you know, it is all that stuff's right, isn't it? And
do you know who else visited that? Do you know who else visited that place? Wilfrid Bramble from Steptoe and Son.
Well, I could believe that. And
no,
Wilfrid Bramble was a visitor to that place.
Jim, is that true?
We've not ruined another one of your heroes there, have we? Sorry, Martin.
Martin, we'll have to be careful what we say on this one, Michael.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Only Fools and Horses?
Oh, you can't say that, can you?
No.
Well, I am, but I do know the rumours about that one. But I mean, you've already basically told me the floods didn't happen. Noah what didn't exist. The whole Bible isn't true. Like all of this stuff.
Father Christmas
was a nonce, and now you're telling me that Steptoe was. I know he was an alky. I didn't think he was fucking. No, I know he was like queer alky, but I didn't know he was like, you know, a kiddie fiddler. What Christmas Eve when you've done this to me?
Harold, I didn't Harold used to call him a dirty old man. Martin the
dirty old man.
Hidden in plain sight. You dirty old man.
No wonder they didn't get on.
Have we done a remake of Steptoe and...
They hated him, didn't they?
They hated each other.
Harry H. Corbin fucking detested him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know, at his funeral, only about 6 people turned up at Wilfrid Bramble's funeral. And he basically killed himself just sitting in the chair drinking gin.
Well, he should have faked his own death. He should have faked his own death and counted beforehand. Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's welcome everybody to the Christmas Eve special of the show. Tonight we've discovered abused children in Jersey, cancer, depression. Father Christmas was actually based in roots have been announced. Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm sorry, John. I feel like
how cheery.
I feel like I've depressed you, John. I'm sorry. I didn't mean the show.
Have you ever been to the Area 51 in Bath? What's it called? The catacombs underneath there.
No, but I've been to Bath many times, but haven't been there. Haven't been to those. Oh well, my parents used to live about 10 miles outside.
I haven't been there yet.
But I haven't been there.
Well, I've seen videos of. I've been to Rudloe Manor because I was working in Yate, and I thought I'm going to have to find this place because basically Rudloe Manor was what was the RAF's version of Area 51, and it after World War II. It was imagine this is your job, right? You work for the team responsible for spotting UFOs in the country. What a great job that is! You could have had that job for 30 years, and your missus going, "What have you done today? Have you found any aliens?" No, I haven't found any, but I'm still going into work, and I'm getting fucking paid good money for it, so I'll carry on. And then obviously, like them people that are in them jobs, do you believe in aliens, Jimmy, that come to the earth? I don't personally, but
I believe that we come from alien. We've been genetically engineered by aliens, and I think them aliens are still on this planet in hidden away. Giants.
I've got a cousin that he kind of believes on the line that we're intermingled with aliens, and then some people believe that, like the royal family are lizards and stuff like that. I wouldn't.
Well, you know what? I mean, we must have alien. There's something very unnatural about us on this planet because we don't fit into the ecosystem. Every other animal has a place and works in harmony with nature. And we're like these ravenous parasites that just destroy everything. We don't fit in with the ecosystem. So
you've got some common ground with Just Stop Oil there, Jim. So, building bridges on that, that's kind of a...
No, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just pointing it out. Also, why are we the only animal that has to wear clothes? Why can we not cope in sunlight?
Is that not because to do with something we've got a conscience and animals don't?
We're sentient, aren't we?
Why are we as creatures? Why are we the only creatures who are not equipped to live naked on this planet?
Yeah.
Have you never been to Manchester on a fucking 3 o'clock in the morning? A strip
Canal Street. No, there's other things as well with us that were like kind of pardon the pun.
Yeah, we are unnatural. But that's not the same for all human beings, though, is it? There are, tribes in Amazon and Africa and stuff that. So I think it's as we spread out across the world, we become less naturalized, and we've domesticated other animals and made them unnatural as well. Cats and dogs and sheep and chickens and cows. They're all unnatural too.
There's a Nietzsche quote. I've read it once this evening even. I'm going to read it again because I'll find it somewhere. Society tames the wolf into a dog, and man is the most domesticated of all. And it's funny, isn't it? How a wolf has been domesticated to the point of like a gibbering, pathetic, like a chihuahua. It's like this pathetic thing that can't defend itself or can't feed itself, and we're as a species, we're getting so pathetic that we can't look after ourselves or anything. If our Wi-Fi goes down for 20 minutes, we're in pandemonium. You know what I mean?
It's very strange because every time I go to the supermarket, and like when I went yesterday and saw the hordes of people coming in, you think oh, if all this just went and it wasn't open and the electricity went and the supermarkets closed, it's like everyone would just like not be able to cope. We couldn't all become hunter-gatherers again, could we? It's just like such a, such a weird, unnatural existence.
What would go on if the food supply chain broke, as these preppers said that it's coming?
Go insane, won't it? It'd just be everyone being fighting and going mental within fucking days, won't it?
Over a fucking tin of like, you get people kicking fuck out of each other.
So here's a question: should we start now buying tins of beans and burying them in places?
Because they go rusty for a start.
Well,
I don't think I'd want to live in that world. I think you'd probably just be better off getting yourself a topping kit. I don't think I'd want to live in that world. People be eating each other.
Just when we thought the live stream couldn't go any dark, and now it's euthanasia.
Tracy's gone very dark here. She said, my mum's area has had no virgin for 3 days.
It's like Platt Bridge round here.
Some blokes see
had no virgin for fucking 50 years.
Sorry about that.
Apparently they're getting sued there. Mum's area has no virgin for 3 days. Well,
very good.
I think if Martin went to that place in fucking Switzerland for euthanasia himself, they'd say, "We can't. You're too depressed." we've never dealt with these levels before.
Hey, listen, but aren't we moving a step closer, like to bringing euthanasia in? And I think
yes, yeah. So you've got the personality, Esther Ranson, and you've got all the government ministers saying, yes, we're considering it, everything like that. You got so Canada and New Zealand have been like the trial countries. They all are for this stuff. Personally, I joke about it, and for me personally, I would like to have the right, but I think it's wrong. I don't think it's just a slippery slope to just getting rid of old people, retards, like anyone that doesn't fit in like that, and it's just a slippery slope.
Well, you know the way I look at it though as well. This is it. My dad, he had I fucking got it. What's it called? What my dad had, Jimmy?
Dementia.
That's it.
Herpes.
So no, my dad was in a care home and that. Now we all wanted them to live. We all wanted them alive for our own personal thing. But I guarantee you now, my dad was here now, and he either could have seen the way how bad he went. He would have turned around to me and went, "Why did you let me go so downhill with dementia?"
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, do you know what? I've said to my son, right? I said, seriously, Jordan. I said, if ever there comes this conversation where, look, there's nothing down for me in that, I said, what I need you to do is go and get me about 20 fucking prostitutes and a big, massive bag of cocaine and just send me out on a good night. I have a massive heart attack. I said, because I wouldn't want to live the way my dad was in that home for 5 years. It's just not, it's not right. But, it again, fucking it. My dad had all his money taken off him when he got diagnosed with dementia. How bad's that? That happens. As soon as you get diagnosed with dementia, have you got any savings? It gets taken off you. No,
you say to yourself, don't you? You say to yourself that I would notice this and I wouldn't let myself get that bad. I'll stick a bag over my head and take some pills and have good whiskey. But it creeps up on you, doesn't it? And you don't notice, and then the drive to hang on, I guess, kicks in.
Yeah, I mean, with my dad, he was getting forgetful about things like that, and then my mum used to go, "Are you taking the mick? He'd start making the tea, and then forget he'd started making it, and he'd be burning pans and stuff like that." And she'd go, "You taking the piss?" And then they do a test like. They'll send you to a doctor and they'll ask you questions which, like the likes of us, could answer straight away. They'll say, like, if you're in a train station, what are you doing? So, like, you go catching a train, going on holiday or something. But somebody with dementia, they go, if you're in the train station, what are you doing? They'll go, oh, yeah. Where? What? A train station, did you say? What? And that's how they start catching on. That's what they done with me dad. And then the doctor went, yeah, you know what? I think he is getting dementia, but he's okay now. He's quite complex mentis and that. But I must let you know, I've got to send this letter off now. Sends a letter off. This is the doctor to the bank to seize his assets. That's what doctors get told to do. Because obviously they know what's going to come after that. They're thinking, well, if he's got money, we're taking it all now. And that's exactly what happened with him, right? If we'd have known that, we wouldn't have gone to doctors. We'd have gone, right, move that money into this account, that account. And I'm not saying you shouldn't pay for his care, but, my dad worked all his life and was a socialist, and that's not what he would have wanted. I know that for a fact. But, that's the way of the world now, when it's that's what happens. And I think, not enough people know that stuff's going on, because a friend of mine said, you know what? He said, my dad's going a bit funny. And I'm going, listen, before you send him the doctor, fucking get any money, get it moved now. My mother had power of attorney, Tracy, and it still doesn't matter, love. They still seize your assets, which is a sad thing, but that's what happens. And you know what? If anybody's listening here and you've got elderly parents or whatever, before you go and send your parents to them doctors, do stuff beforehand. Because even if, like, you sell somebody's house now, it has to be like 3 or 5 years before.
7 years. 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years. Yeah. I mean, my dad, when he realized he was about to go, I think he did, he just wanted to start spending all of his money. So he, literally, he bought 2 sets of garage doors. He started ordering everything he could out of the newspapers. And literally, the week before he died, he'd ordered a scanner stair lift, which we had to pay a deposit on. All this kind of stuff. It is mad. I mean, another good doctor story is when I went to the doctor, when I was really kind of mentally mad, I had a fear of heights. So I climbed this massive pine tree. I don't know how I did it, but I climbed up with a rope and the bits that stick out on pine trees and everything. Got up there and I tied a sunflower to the top of it. And when I told the doctor that, I was just like, that's it. Phone call straight away. So yeah, never tell the doctor anything.
Andy Lomax wants to know how you got Ricky Tomlinson on.
Yeah.
I phoned the euthanasia clinic. John, I can only apologise if you was feeling depressed before, John. Please don't be fucking hanging yourself in your garage after this fucking live stream, for fuck's sake.
John, are you a bar manager, or is that in your house, that bar?
That's my bar in my house, yeah. Well, in my shed.
Excellent. Is that your go-to place then?
Yeah, that's a sanctuary.
To be honest with you, he's going to fucking need it tonight after this live stream, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've got to put some calming music on and fucking chill the fuck out.
Yeah, fucking hell.
We're making light of life's big problems, aren't we? To be honest, I think that's what you've got to do. That's what we were talking about earlier today, Jim. It's all of these things, they can just get you down into a hole, and the only way you can deal with it is to share it with your friends and people who want to listen, and see that there is humor in all the dark things. Unfortunately, there just is.
Why not? There's got to be humor in it, isn't there? I mean, okay, people get depressed. We all get depressed at some point, me included. And but if you can't joke about things, what can you joke about? If you can't joke about these dark things you have, right? What can you joke about? It don't matter.
Some of the funniest stories you hear are at funerals, anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a big pair of tits in your face, Martin. That's it. If you can get in there. Legally.
Yeah, me and Jimmy are available at weekends.
Yeah.
But it's seriously though, Jim. It's and what you just said about funerals. It's the things which I remember about my late friend are the funny things that he did, like just really daft things that he did, like boiling the kids' football shirts and coming at me with a giant pneumatic drill, looking like he was going to mow me down. And
did they remove the child out of the shirt before he boiled them?
No, it's. I think I've said it on the show before, but it's like in the old days, we had this kind of old-fashioned football team where different parents took the football shirts home to wash, and he, being an idiot, put them on the boil wash, and all the shirts shrunk and the numbers stuck together. And it was just hilarious. Kids had to wear all these shirts, around like that. It's really funny, but
We've lost the viewer there. That's it.
It was Craig. He's gone in his shed. Hopefully not to execute himself.
That's New Year's Eve.
That's what Ted Moult did. He used to advertise that. Is that what you did? Ted, you remember Ted Moult used to advertise Everest? We were showing our age here. Do you remember Ted Moult used to
yeah.
He shot himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, the joke was, wasn't it, that nobody heard him because he had double glazing on fucking shed.
Cool.
That's probably before your time, John, as well. In 70s, Ted Moult, this I don't know what it was, Ted Moult. It was some presenter, wasn't it? He used to advertise.
Never heard of him.
He used to advertise.
Ted Moult?
John's slightly younger than us, I think.
How old are you, Martin? How old are you, John?
I'm 60 next year.
So you will have heard of Ted Moult then, surely, Martin.
Yeah. I remember him.
Yeah.
Everest, the best. Yeah.
This is what I mean about as you get older, your references are lost in time, and there was a good. It was quite a dark joke. Roy Castle used to present record breakers, and they do certain things. Do you know this joke, Michael?
Yeah.
No, it's just it's not a joke.
It's coming.
No, but that you get so. I mean, on the show record breakers, it gets so many goals to do some kind of thing. And it's like I'll do it in 5 or whatever. Anyway, in real life, Roy Castle got lung cancer. And the Bernard Manning joke was he went to doctors, he said, "You've got 6 months to live." And Roy Castle says, "I'll do it in 4."
But by the way,
that was a very unlucky show, wasn't it? Because he never smoked and he got lung cancer. And one of the McWhirter brothers who was with got blown up by the IRA. And the other one became a bit of a neo-Nazi. So it's a bit of a strange show.
Wasn't right. So Norris McWhirter was the one that was on the show to the end.
There was 2 of them, twins. There was twins. Yeah. One of them got blown up, and the other one,
was he a nonce as well? Allegedly.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Am I right in remembering Norris McWhirter? You used to look like he was squinting through a letterbox.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not broken that hard.
That's great, Jimmy. I like that. He's like, ooh.
I'm just going off childhood memories now. I could be fucking completely.
By the way, Roy Castle was one of the good ones. I like Roy Castle and Bernard Cribbins. He was on the other day, wasn't he? He was on Doctor Who the other week.
They reckon he was dead arrogant though, didn't they, Roy Castle? He was always blowing his own trumpet. He used to play a trumpet. You see, that was the joke. Fuck it. I'm only trying to Simon.
His castle burned down. Yeah, we know.
You're only 20 years too late on that one.
So Simon Morris said Ted was a farmer. I was told as a kid.
Who's Ted?
Ted Moult. Who shot himself.
I'm just going to let the dog out.
Is that a euphemism?
Just going to let the dog out. No, it's not a euphemism.
I'm letting the dog out, but the cat's coming in.
It's
the beast.
we have a garden full of squirrels. He likes to. If something's bothering him downstairs, so I'm going to go and let him out.
It could be the ghost of Ted Moult.
It could all this talk of euthanasia and depression,
Yeah.
and your dog fucking into PTSD.
Fuck it, I'm out of here.
So's Martin. Well, we've got 15 minutes to Christmas, but what a preparation for the what a fucking depressing live stream this has been.
Yeah.
3 hours you all get back. I'm sorry about this, John. It's not normal like this.
Never to be invited back on me then, Jimmy.
Well, you're welcome anytime, Michael. You're welcome anytime. That's the link. If anyone would care to join us for more positivity and uplifting stories.
Yeah, of death and destruction.
I think everybody's just fucking gone home. Everybody's fucked off now, and they're all thinking.
Yeah, let's face it, they're all wrapping for. I've got a wrap presents, and I'm not fucking doing it till the morning now. You can fuck
I've done all mine. Fuck that.
Just leave them in the Amazon bags because that's like wrapping, isn't it?
Well, that's what all that stuff that was on the table earlier on. They're in the Amazon wrappers. They're done.
I went one further. I ordered from Amazon and got them to wrap it themselves. Fuck it, done.
Oh, can Amazon wrap them for you if you want?
Yeah, you have to pay a bit more, but they wrap it. They've done it.
Fucking fair play.
See, I stopped paying for Amazon, but for some mad reason, I get the music for free all the time. It's a little because they've not got my card details. If I ask Alexa to play music, she starts playing it. She says, "Well, you'll have to pay for it." And I go, "Yeah," and then she'll play it, and then basically, so the next time I want to play music, I have to go through the rigmarole of signing up again. But as soon as I sign up, I get a message going, "We've had a problem with your bill here. You're going to lose your 3 days free." But as soon as them 3 days run out, just join it again. So they're not really onto that one, are they, Jimmy?
No, it's a bit of a scam there.
They're not onto anything because they keep offering me free 30-day trials. I'm like, yep, every time.
It's like your gas is free, your Amazon's free.
Yeah.
You know
what about
so
all the shit that they throw out at Amazon? That's good, but they destroy it rather than give it away. But if they give it away, nobody would be buying new stuff. They'd just be waiting to get it given to you, wouldn't you? So I understand why they destroy it, but it's still a bit naughty, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nuts, basically. Absolute nuts. You know what? Even though it's not Christmas yet, I feel like I feel tired. Should we end it just before Christmas for make it extra depressing?
That's harsh. There'll be people out there go, "Fucking hell, I'm gonna end it now. I've had enough." Jimmy's not live.
I'll hang about 15 minutes, but I'll let you lead the way.
What? With a fucking razor blade. End it now. No, we didn't
No,
mean that,
I
love.
don't mean die. I mean just.
We just mean going off air.
Yeah. I don't mean top myself.
You can't go till Martin comes back and then say thanks for coming back. We're going.
Yeah, well, we have to monitor him and make sure he's all right. Otherwise, you know what I mean. Fuck knows, he could be like killing squirrels in his garden naked.
Again.
On Christmas Eve, even better.
Chris Grindle. So you all said, are all your family coming round tomorrow, John? Have you got a big family and they're coming round to your house and whatnot?
No, they're Boxing Day.
So I'm
going out tomorrow. I'm not cooking. Fuck that.
I don't blame you. Are you the cook of the house? Yeah.
No, the missus cooks a lot, but I've always done Sunday. Well, I've always done like a Christmas dinner. I like it. I'll just like give me the beer or the spirits, whatever, and I'll go and cook, and that'll be it. I'll just cook it, eat it, drink it, done.
Fair play, sir. Yeah, it's all you need, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got to worry about anything in that way. Just get on with it. Open the presents, get things done, and it's over for another year, isn't it?
Back for really. After next week, isn't it? And then get New Year out of the way, then it's back. All starts again.
You've got after Christmas, you got that week of where nobody knows what day it is, haven't you?
Yeah, because we're all sobering up.
Is it Friday or is it Tuesday today? I don't fucking
Sunday.
know. See?
Are you going on the lash tomorrow? Are you going on for it? Are you having a few beers tomorrow, John, while it's Christmas?
Yeah, I'll be having a few beers. Not too many. To be fair, I don't drink over amount. I'll just give up with it all, you know. I like having a nice beer, but I don't want to get too bladdered.
No,
it's all in the past now, Jimmy.
Have you ever been caught urban exploring? I know there's the trespass rules, isn't there, where you say that door was somebody'd already chainsawed that, and you go, right, well, you've been warned. Now you can't go back. That's like basically the trespass laws, isn't it? That you can go into somewhere.
I mean,
if you don't.
I know I have personally. Yeah, I haven't. But yeah, it's civil trespass. If the door's open, the window's open, or whatever, you can get in. Fine. If they come along and if the owner come along and they were the owner and they went, get the fuck off my land, best you do it, because as soon as you go no and carry on, it then becomes like a criminal thing.
Yeah.
You know, and if you break in, it's criminal, obviously. But other than that, it's civil. So unless there is the owner there and they're going, get the fuck off, no one can really do anything about it. And if you don't break anything, it don't matter.
Yeah, I get that, but so let's face it, the kind of places you'll look at, like it'll be like it's abandoned buildings, really, or strange places. I remember, I'm talking about 20 years ago now, but under Manchester, which is the station in Manchester?
Piccadilly.
Not Piccadilly.
The underground city.
Deansgate.
Yes. Well, no. So Manchester, Victoria, right? Me and my mate, we actually found an entrance to hundreds of catacombs under there. You can't get. They've all sealed off now, but when it was unbelievable, some of the things we found underneath there. But we literally, we never went equipped. Like we had like a little box of matches and a candle. Didn't even have a torch because we weren't expecting to find what we found. But I always remember there was a little door really low down, and we've got like a candle, and I'm going, oh, what's in this room here? Let's go in. And it was a sheer drop into the River Airwell. Just lots of mad stuff like that, yeah.
You know what? Blackpool is meant to have loads of secret tunnels underneath it. Have you ever heard that?
I have heard it, but I don't know anybody who's done it. So I don't know whether it's true or not. I mean, there's meant to be secret tunnels fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, there's places where I am, and there's people who said, "Oh, have you been here?" And there's meant to be like old tunnels from like priests used to use and all that. And I'm like, all right, you try and find it or look it up. Fucking nothing. It's word of mouth. Whether it is or not, who knows? But yeah, I've got a few projects like that trying to find stuff, and now and then you get lucky. Other times, obviously, you don't. Most of the time, you don't.
Have you ever been warned off, like in a sinister way, from going to certain places?
Not really. I've had a few people sort of. Saying that, we did have a. It was a old barns and everything getting knocked down, and there's some houses at the side, and we were just sort of going to go in there, and some guy come out. He's going, "What the fuck are you doing? Get out!" And we were talking. I said, "Look, we'll just go and have an explore, having a look around, not doing nothing." Going, "It's private property." I said, Do you own it? No, I just live here. And what it was the fact that he'd had his house had been like raided a few times, like by idiots trying to fucking break in. So he thought that's what we were doing. At the end of the story, basically, he was all right because he was going to call the old bill. I'm like, go and call them then. I don't care. By the time you call them and they get here, I'll be fucking gone.
Have you ever? Sorry, go on.
That's right.
Have you ever stumbled across anything satanic or like weird? Really satanic? The kid drawing.
No, I've found a few pentagrams, not major. The weirdest one I stumbled across an old grow room, and that was we just stopped at a shop, and I looked across and there was like some abandoned old garage, and I went, oh, go and have a look at that whilst I'm here. Went in there, having a look around. You got the where they put the cars on and all that. That was all fine. Went to the other building opposite. And there's loads of rubbish in there. Oh, fuck, fair enough. Walk through. It's all fucked up. All grows. Like when they put all the hydroponic stuff up and all that is there. Had all been ripped up. And I'm thinking, oh, the old bill had probably been here. But it turned out it would probably been somebody like another gang or something, because all the like you get the big pots and everything else. They were still there. They'd just been all cut out. All the weed had disappeared, and the whole place had just been wrecked completely. There's a little it's like a fucking red van just sitting there, and in the actual place. But the rest of it was just fucked. But you still had all the electrics there. That had obviously been cut off, but and there's water everywhere, pissing out of some pipe. But yeah, that was quite weird because it was in the middle of a little town.
Yeah.
And no one would have even known it was there, other than it used to be a garage and it's all boarded up. But inside it was like a gold field.
Do you put your stuff on YouTube, John, or do you just? I put
it on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh dear, good.
Yeah, everything I do, I put on there.
Martin, you've gone sideways.
Martin's gone. Martin's took a U-turn.
Be careful you don't fall there. We've said, Martin, that we're going to come off early while it's Christmas. Give time for people to put the Santa suits on.
I'm saying we'll stop till 12 o'clock just to say some kind of happy Christmas shit. Then we'll fuck off. Is he actually frozen, or is he just being weird?
He's frozen.
You never know him. You never know with him whether he's actually frozen or he's just being weird.
No, he's frozen there.
Yeah, David Jones has said he didn't know there's catacombs under Manchester. They're basically just built on the old city. Yeah. A lot of it's just been backfilled, but you can still get into certain places.
I've done a fair bit of work in BT exchanges in Manchester. And there was links between the BT exchange to an underground city and to the bank across the road and stuff like that. But they've sealed a lot of them tunnels up as well. And when you're saying seal, you're talking 20 foot of concrete what they've slipped in. So it's not a quick you can knock a door through and start going in. But you'll see there's videos on YouTube of them going down a lot of the tunnels in Manchester. But there's in Liverpool, there's the Williamson tunnels, which were built near Edge Hill. And that was basically, they said it was a millionaire. His name was John Williamson. And they've opened them tunnels up to the public now. But he built them as a folly because there was a lot of unemployed at the time. So he was giving them a job. But I don't kind of wear that story. I think if you're building tunnels, they're getting built for a reason. That's my theory on it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll see you true there.
I don't know.
Like in London, you've got is it the post office that's on Thingo Hill, where they had the secret tunnels for Churchill as well, didn't they? And they're open to the public now as well. I wouldn't mind going into them ones because that's. But I'm like I'd rather go to places where they don't want you in.
Well, I'd like to go to London and do explore there because there is a lot of tunnels there. As you know, there's old railway stations. There's about 18 railway stations that aren't used.
Correct. Yeah.
But as you go, but there's also tunnels that are deeper. I mean, much deeper than the communication ones as well. And there is meant to be tunnels going from Churchill, as you want to call it, as you said earlier. Even Buckingham Palace is allegedly one.
Yeah, you need to get get the kids in and out. Are we?
But yeah, definitely got to be.
Solicitors going through this, is there, Jimmy?
What's that, sir?
I said there isn't solicitors going through this talk, and we have to be careful what we say.
You know what? The police actually watch my YouTubes. To be fair, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about
Why?
the live. They like because they like watching them. I've been told of quite a few police that they like watching my videos and things like that. So no, it could be all right. It should be okay. If I go and knock on the door, I'll let you know. But
so not because like we think like Dave fucking Smedgwick at number 13
no.
is selling drugs. Yeah,
no, because no, just because they like watching them, you know. Unless they're keeping their eye on Martin Redding. Yeah, I don't know.
Has Martin done that?
I think he's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got raided.
His arsehole's been raided.
By the Wigan Flying Squad all the way down to St. Leonard's. Well,
by a horny squirrel. So it's 3 minutes to midnight.
What was the last place we explored then, Jimmy? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Was it that stone quarry?
Well, we tried to get into the thing, didn't we? The old Catholic college.
Oh yeah.
That's still standing, but it's practically all fell down. There's a place. Remember
St. Joseph's.
You've never been? Yeah, St. Joseph's. That's it. But there's like where I live now. There's loads of caves and stuff, isn't there, Jimmy?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind. There's in fact there's a mine there, mate. It's called Sykes's Mine. And it's hard to find any info on it. You will find some if you go online, but I've found the entrance to it, and apparently, like, you can get lost for days in there. But I'm waiting for a nice sunny day before I even attempt that. It hasn't been sealed, and I was showing you the entrance to it today. We went past, didn't we? It is the entrance is it's up a cliff face to get to it.
You have to be careful, don't you?
Yeah.
Really. What are you doing? And where are you going? And if you tell people, and have you had any, John? Have you ever had an incident where there's a weirdo been in the place where you've been finding any weirdos knocking about in these houses or whatever these places you?
No, to be fair, I've been quite lucky. There's remnants of weirdos, and needles and other bits I've seen, but to be fair, not really. No, you've seen that. Like people have kicked out there for however long, but other than that, not really. No.
Have you ever had any horror stories off other urbexes about people getting attacked off random loonies and stuff?
I won't go into it. There is a few, yeah.
What, attacked off by owners or just strange people? I mean,
I'd say both.
Yeah, because
or people who claim to be owners but aren't.
I remember me and my mate one time, Simon Richards. We was somebody I know. Let's call him. There was an empty house near where we lived. I said, let's have a look in here. And we walked in and we went upstairs and we went into this room and there was a fella in the room. We was both like that. And I went, excuse me. I said, what are you doing in here? And the fella said, I'm just looking. I went, right. I said, well, we're from the council. I said, you really shouldn't be in here, should you? And I went, no. And he toddled off and we slapping our heads off like.
It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day, everybody. 2023. Happy Christmas, Mike. Happy Christmas, John Bengal. Happy Christmas, everybody who's managed to fucking stick to this.
Has anybody listened to this?
Anybody who's reached this point in the fucking live stream, you deserve a fucking medal. To be fair, I hope your mental health's all right and you're not going to have nightmares and stuff. If you want to donate to the channel to help me get some therapy,
right.
you can.
Happy Christmas, everyone. John, Jim, Martin, if you're still around, the squirrel.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Happy Christmas, Mr. B, and also Michael. Martin's battery went. I think your battery went.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yes, right. Well, all the best, lads, and see you soon. And we'll have more.
Peace and love,
more
everybody.
talks of tunnels. Goodbye.
Take care, all.
I'm off to dream about euthanasia and dead dogs. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye bye.
See you later, brother.
Bye.